Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to today's video. Today, we're going to be talking about this little known anime slash manga called Dr. Stone, and we're going to be discussing of whether or not it is the best shonen anime slash manga of all time. Um, no, it's not. It's not the best shonen anime slash manga of all time, and the reason why its greatest flaw, Dr. Stone's greatest flaw, is the fact that it's a shonen anime slash manga. And in case, let me do some damage control real quick. I do enjoy this series. I enjoy the series quite a bit. I really enjoyed it actually. But it's really fun. You see, haha, funny Magic Man says funny science words, and it pumps my brain full of happiness, like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but anime. But in case, first off, let me run you through a little crash course of the story for all those who randomly happen to stumble upon this series. The Doctor Stone starts off with our protagonist, Jimmy Neutron, boy scientist, boy genius, and his best friend, the Man of Steel himself, Superman. All jokes aside, the main protagonist is Senku and his friend Taiju. Senku is a genius scientist who knows all forms of scientific branches, and his best friend can take a punch well. And Taiju, masochistic boy, is in love with generic anime waifu number 258, Yuzuriya. Yuzuriya, I think her name is? And he's going to confess to her. However, on that same day, all of humanity is frozen right before he confesses to her, of course, and is frozen for 3,700 years. Now, for some reason, somehow, Senku and Taiju are conscious during these 3,700 years, and they wake up and they're going to rebuild civilization from the ground up, starting with unpetrifying all of them. Now, there's a lot of problems with this series. Like, when I mentioned the fact that its greatest flaw is the fact that it's a shonen, it's because it feels like the manga writer is writing down the story, writing down the science things, writing down all the character interactions, blah, 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 blah. And then he, remembers, crap, I'm writing a shonen. And then he throws in, some template thing that happens in a lot of shonens. There's a tournament arc, for Christ's sake. That isn't really necessary for this kind of show. He's a scientist. The first couple arcs are discussing refined scientific research versus barbaric, prowess and strength, and it. But for instance, one thing that really bugged me. This happened kind of early on. Is Senku's trying to find some sulfuric acid or something. He's probably gonna die, and then he talks to one of the characters. I'm not gonna say which one because maybe spoilers. And he's like, I might die, so just in case I do, I'm gonna lay on you all of humanity's all of science. I will just lay it on you in this single night, and then I'm gonna do this and probably die. That doesn't make sense. You can't just here, science. People go to school for 12 plus years to research all this, and this guy's like, I'll teach you all of it in one night. What the hell? And the whole fact that both Taiju and Senku are conscious for 3,700 years and come out exactly the same, perfectly fine. Hey, a normal Wednesday for me. There's no altercations in their personality or anything. They don't go insane or anything. They're just normal dudes that just somehow remain sane and conscious for 3,700 years. It doesn't make sense. But it's something that would happen in shonen. Is the problem. But they try to mix in a bunch of oh, this would happen in the real world. Oh, real world science. So they're kind of trying to fuse shonen mumbo jumbo and real world stuff. Now, I love my shonen mumbo jumbo, but it's not exactly realistic. You see, when someone gets punched in the stomach hard enough that they cough up blood, they don't usually just stand up and hey, I'm fine. Like they do in Dragon Ball or whatever the hell. But like I mentioned previously, I do enjoy the show. If you ignore all the really weird, suddenly in your face shonen elements. And I think there might have been a way for them to really smooth it out, like mix the two better, the real world science and all the shonen elements. They could have done it better, but they didn't, is the problem. And the best friend Taiju, like I say, he can take a punch, and I said that, like, he's strong, right? He's really built really well, but he doesn't hit anyone. And I think they say the reason why, but it was probably something stupid. But even like when their life is being threatened, like his love interest, his best friend are about to die, about to be stabbed by this really tough, like strong, like person, and he just takes punches. It doesn't make any sense. But that's something that would happen in a shonen series. But they're trying to like mix it in with like real world stuff, and oh, this could actually happen if someone did all this. And then Senki at one point says, hey, we're not geniuses. Yeah, you kind of are. If you're like this apparently well versed in every branch of science, he made like a Tesla coil or something as a kid. Yeah, you're kind of a genius. I don't know. I like to reiterate, I do enjoy this show. It is a good show. It's just, I don't know. It kind of gets caught up in itself sometimes and gets really shown in. Like, there are a lot of hype moments that actually do make sense. Like when they make the first light bulb. And it's a really like pretty and very like emotional scene, and you do feel like it's emotional bits. It does in fact deliver its emotional bits. But I don't know, like sometimes they'll throw in like some weird like shonen template stuff, and it kind of gets all weird for a little bit. But overall, it's a good show. And for these reasons, I don't. Dr. Stone is definitely not the best shonen of all time. In fact, it's airing this season. Like the second season is airing in winter 2021, but no one cares about it. Do you want to know the reason why? It's because Attack on Titan season 4 is airing. Everyone's talking about it. I never even finished the first season. I'll probably, like I keep on mentioning, I'll probably watch it all and make a video about it or something. And Jujutsu Kaisen is airing. Now, Jujutsu Kaisen is like, it's very basic, right? It doesn't do anything out of what you expect a shonen anime to possibly do, but it delivers it well. And shonen and Dr. Stone, I think, is trying to do something different, but at the same time using a bunch of stuff that would be in any other shonen. And I feel like it fails as mixing the two, because those two really shouldn't be mixed. Anyways, I think it's going to do it for today's video. I've been away for a while. That's because a lot of real world stuff happened. And I'll probably be more consistent from now on, because things have calmed down slightly. They're going to get really crazy again later on, I bet. But for now, everything's the same. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. Farewell.